Hello student. So in this video we'll see the features of the Norma basalis. So this is the inferior surface of the skull. Now for descriptive purpose we will divide this Norma basalis into the three parts, that is anterior part, the middle part and the posterior part. The middle and the posterior part, it is arbitrarily divided by a transverse line passing through the anterior margin of the foramen magnum. So whatever lies behind this will be included in the posterior part of the Norma basalis. This is the middle part of the Norma basalis, and this alveolar arch along with this hard palate is your anterior part of the Norma basalis. So first we'll see the anterior part of Norma basalis. So anterior part of the Norma basalis, it is contributed by this alveolar arch. This alveolar arch will give the sockets for the root of this teeth. So we have got the two incisor teeth. These are the this is canine teeth. Then you have got the first and second premolar, and then you have got the first, second, and the third molar teeth. So this is how the alveolar arch is formed. Remaining part of the anterior area is contributed by the hard palate. So this is the hard palate. It is an arch shape, and if you see it, it is formed by the two bones. In its anterior two-third, it is contributed by the maxilla. This portion, this anterior two-third portion, it is contributed by the palatine process of the maxilla, while posterior one-third, it is contributed by the horizontal plate of the palatine bone. This portion is the horizontal plate of palatine bone. You have got the L-shaped palatine bone. This is its horizontal plate, and this is the vertical plate which forms the lateral margin of the nose. And another process of this palatine bone over here lies is the pyramidal process. So this is how the palatine bone is there. So it contributes the posterior one-third part of this anterior basalis part. Now in between this you have got a cruciform shape suture. This suture is a cruciform shape, cross shape suture. So it is formed by the anterior two-third, it is contributed by the intermaxillary suture, posterior one-third it is by the interpalatine suture, and then you have got this horizontal suture, it is contributed by palatomaxillary suture. So this is palatomaxillary suture line. Apart from this, in the anterior most midline, this portion, this is known as the incisive fossa. So if you trace this incisive fossa internally, it is having the two canal on the right and left side. You see the right and left side canal are seen over here. If you place a torch over here, you will be able to easily see the right and left incisive canal. In posterolateral margin over here, there is another foramen known as the greater palatine foramen. So this is known as the greater palatine foramen, and there is a shallow groove which goes from the greater palatine foramen towards this incisive fossa. Behind this greater palatine foramen, in this pyramidal process of your palatine bone, there are 2 to 3 multiple foraminas are there. In this specimen you are able to see the only single foramina, but in other bones you will be able to find out 2 to 3 multiple small foraminas are there. They are known as the lesser palatine foramina. If they are more than one, they will be called as lesser palatine foramina. Here it is a single, so it is known as lesser palatine foramen. Apart from this, you can able to see this dome of the arch will show you the multiple pits over here. They are for the palatine gland. The posterior margin of this hard palate is free, and in the midline it forms a spine. It is known as posterior nasal spine. Similar spine we have seen over here. It was an anterior nasal spine in Norma frontalis. In case of basalis, this is posterior nasal spine. Now behind this greater palatine foramen, there is a elevation, or there is a ridge over here known as the palatine crest. So this is palatine crest. So this is in brief regarding the anterior part of the Norma basalis.